I moved into the apartment because it was cheap and silent. The landlord said the silence was a benefit. On the first night, I slept well. On the second night, I heard footsteps. They stopped outside my bedroom door. I assumed it was my imagination. The third night, my phone rang at 2:17 a.m. There was no caller ID. I answered but heard only breathing. I disconnected the call immediately. The next morning, the call log was empty. I checked the door locks repeatedly. Everything was locked. That night, the footsteps returned. This time, they were inside my room. I kept my eyes shut. My phone vibrated again. A message appeared without a notification sound. It said, "Why are you pretending to sleep?" My heart began to race. I did not reply. The footsteps moved closer to my bed. The mattress dipped slightly. Something sat beside me. The phone buzzed again. "You used to answer me," the message read. I opened my eyes slowly. The room was empty. The bed was undisturbed. I convinced myself it was stress. The next day, I asked the neighbors about the apartment. They avoided eye contact. One woman whispered it remembers faces. I laughed nervously and left. That night, the mirror in my room was covered with condensation. A sentence was written with a finger. It said, "Don't ignore me again." I wiped the mirror clean. My reflection smiled back late. I stepped away in fear. The smile stayed longer than it should have. My phone fell to the floor. A new message appeared. "I can see you clearly now." The light went out suddenly. I felt breath on my neck. It was cold and slow. I ran toward the door. The handle would not turn. My phone vibrated once more. "You never asked my name," it said. I screamed for help. No sound came out. The breathing stopped abruptly. The lights turned back on. I was standing alone. My phone showed one final message. "Look under the bed." I refused to move. The bed began to slide forward on its own. Something dark was revealed underneath. Two pale hands grabbed my ankles. I was dragged down violently. My phone slipped from my grip. It landed face up. The screen was recording. I saw my own face screaming. Something else was smiling behind me. The screen cracked. Everything went black. I woke up in the morning. I was lying on my bed. Sunlight filled the room. There were no messages. There were no footsteps. I packed my bags immediately. I never contacted the landlord again. I moved to a new city. I changed my phone number. I stopped using mirrors at night. I believed I had escaped. Last night, my phone buzzed again. The number was saved as me. The message said, "You left me there." My reflection smiled in the dark screen. The time read 2:17 a.m. I felt breathing behind me again. This time, I did not run. I finally understood. The apartment never wanted tenants. It wanted replacements. The footsteps were mine now. The messages were from me. I sit beside new sleepers. I watch them pretend to rest. I text them when they wake up. They never answer at first. They always do eventually, and the apartment stays full forever.